is not something subjective. There is objective beauty and objective ugliness. Objective beauty, take an example in music. The accord, in a perfect accord, is not something subjective. It is those frequencies that can objectively be together in the same string. And sounds do not accord with one another when they cannot objectively vibrate within the same string. Try on a piano, and you can easily find out when a piano is properly accorded when things vibrate together. And if it's not properly accorded, if it does not vibrate together, it is objective. It's not subjective. So objective beauty is with conformity with the objective rule, which is God, and objective ugliness is when it is form, it is a form, deformity, and that is not art. And I'm sorry, if that is Filipino art, that is the greatest shame that one can do to Filipino culture. And Christian Thomas Aquino.
She's president and then she's and then sir.
Ako si Clara Ramirez.
Sir, let's just give a chance to everybody to speak. It's a very, very big class, and you're a very difficult class to manage. I agree with Irma. This is one of the hardest tasks I've ever done. If you can kindly help me. Thank you.
Maganda na rin nasabi classroom. I'm Claro Ramirez. I'm also an educator. I'm an artist and I'm a curator. So, siguro yung aspeto ng pagtahi nung paggawa ng art at yung pagiging artist at yung pagiging pagbuo ng isang artistic exhibition ay naka-question ngayon, right? I think that is in question. Meaning that for the artist, Medea Cruz, I think hindi para sa atin sabihin kung ano gagawin niya. Because when he creates a particular piece, it is reflective of an audience in mind. So, para sa kanya, yung audience niya sa paggawa nito ay hindi naman naka-focus dun sa institution. Maybe. Because you have to class with that. Because an artist has to have the intention behind the creation. Number two, as a curator of an exhibition, this is a curated exhibition. So, pag gumagawa ka ng pelikula, siyempre, hindi mo lang tinuturo ang isang parte na puro bida. You can never create something with just beautiful. You have to contrast something else to create the balance for the exhibition itself. So, in terms of film or print, you can never have a positive without a negative. Same is true with the teaching of chiaroscuro. It's the blending of the light and the darkness. So in the context naman of the institution hosting the exhibition, napakaganda that they're very neutral with this. To give the opportunity, the Filipino opportunity to just express their creation. Actually, we're behind. As a curator, we're behind already. The Philippines is so behind in the support of the art community. That's why we're always invited in Singapore, Asia, Europe. Everybody's invited except us. In our own, this is a great move for the CCP to be open in hosting the exhibition. They are hosting the exhibition and not regulating the exhibition. Because if a particular institution would like to, again, apply for a particular exhibition, you might want to ask the head and the chairman to apply, and then they get their own curator for the exhibition. But with regards to this exhibition, I believe that it's a good venue for dialogue, and that is what this exhibition is. Salamat.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kevin, and I am an LGBT rights advocate as well. And I am also a member of Laglat, but I'm speaking only for myself as an individual. I'm a graduate of Ateneo Graduate School of Business, and I'm also a businessman. And I'm also a Filipino citizen, okay? And I am not a Christian, but I am a spiritual humanist. Okay, what I can say is this, about this is that, I think the United Nations have already issued a statement that freedom of expression overrides freedom of religious expression. Yes. And also about the separation of church and state. I think in the Constitution, it is said that the separation of church and state is inviolable. And being here, we are not in a church. We are in CCP, which is a government institution. So, if people are offended with these artworks, they should not go here. Maybe if we put this artwork into the church, maybe they have the right to stop the exhibition. But we are in a government institution, and Philippines is a secular society, and not everyone are Christians. Like me, I am a spiritual humanist, so I'm not Christian, and I completely agree with this art. And I also say, I want to say that there's no point in stopping this exhibition because the cat has already been out of the box, and everybody already knows about it. So what's the point of closing it down? We just have to let it run its course, its course until August 21. That's my opinion.
Maraming salamat. Gentleman, the back? Yes.
My name is Ian Carla.
Can you speak louder?
I'm from the University of Santa Tomas. I'm a philosophy student. So they were saying a while ago that we need a moral rebirth. I am a Catholic, so they were saying we need a moral rebirth, and I think that is exactly what the artist has done. In my opinion, I think he was not mocking religion or God. I think he was mocking precisely the Filipinos' practice of religion, which is like idolizing the image itself and not the one represented by the image. So I think that is precisely why they are being offended by this exhibition. And also, I think this is an art because for me this is an art because it needs an art needs from what I've learned, an art needs a deeper interpretation, and people shouldn't look at it as people shouldn't look the material. People shouldn't look at the material. They should be looking behind. They should be looking the meaning.
Ayaw ko referring to yung tanong.
So, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Isa po ako sa mga estudyante na graduate po sa University of Perpetual Health System Malta. Pero nandito po ako para ipahayag sa inyo kung ano ang tunay na boses ng isang kabataan. Babalikan ko lamang po yung sinabi kanina about sa ideolohiya ni Dr. Jose Rizal. Ako po ay naninindigan pa rin na tayong mga kabataan ay ang siyang pag-asa ng bayan at hindi ang mga katandaan. Alalahanin po natin. Dahil gusto ko po ipaliwanag sa inyo ng mabuti kung ano ang ilalaman ng content ng sasabihin ko sa inyo lahat. Unang-una sa lahat, bakit ba tayo nagkakaroon ng kaguluhan sa ating bansa? Hindi ito dahilan sa mga kabataan, kundi ito ay dahilan sa mga matatandang namumuno sa ating pamahalaan. Unang-una sa lahat, bakit nga ba si Dr. Jose Rizal ay gumawa ng mga akda kagaya ng Noli Me Tangere at El Filibusterismo? Dahil gusto niyang imulat ang mga Pilipino laban sa mga dayuhang nanakop sa ating bansa. Ano ang ginagawa ng mga kabataang nandito ngayon na nagre-represent na sila ay mga artist? Gusto nilang imulat ang mga kabataan sa kamalian ng mga katandaan. Salamat.
Hello po, magandang Let us listen to understand, di ba? That's what we discussed earlier. Not to agree or disagree, let's just listen. Give everybody a chance to talk.
Ano po. Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Stephanie Mayo, isa lang po akong spectator. At dahil po sa mga naririnig ko na mga pahayag ng magkabilang panig, nagbunga ito ng mga katanungan po sa akin. So, babasahin ko po, no? What is Medeo's message? Did he really mean to attack or insult the Catholic religion? Because no matter how strong the images are, the surface, the use of condoms and such, what is the meaning of his art? So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin Christian, ano po? Kasi maraming mga Christian groups na hindi gumagamit ng images. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin Christian. Particularly Catholics po ang nasasaktan. Ngayon, is there freedom of expression that is punishable by law? If there is none, what is Medeo's mistake? The Catholic Church, which has been reigning over the country with a strong voice over many matters in this country, is it right for the Church to have an influence on which artworks to exhibit or not? Because Filipinos are not all Catholics, and those images are not Christ, not God to everybody in this country. Yun nga, nabanggit merong mga literature si Rizal. Meron ba siyang mga literature na binan, na anti-Catholic? Naalala ko lang si Marcelo del Pilar, meron siyang Kabaginoong Barya, tsaka Dasalan at Tuksuhan. Isa pa po, tanong ko, is an objective of an artwork limited to make people feel good? Or can art also provoke or make people think? What exactly are the consequences of Medeo's art except offending the devout Catholics? Yan lang po yung mga tanong.
I'm Professor Adil from Holosulu, Mindanao. Now, first and foremost, I want to clarify that Islam is not the religion of bombs and wars. Islam is the religion of peace. Today is the month of Ramadan. Fasting ho ako kung medyo hindi mabilis kung maganda. Please address it. Now, I want to thank the CCP first and foremost because they are broad enough to understand what is these things all about. Secondly, talagang totoong gobyerno kayo, naintindihan ninyo ang tama at mali. Third, I don't know this Mr. Cruz from Adam and Eve. But the way I look at it, I think I'm beginning to like his style. I want to answer questions whether this is art or not. I don't care about art. But there is a message to that. It is the message that counts most here for me. Tingnan mo naman ang message niyan. Binaboy na si Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him, because our God is all about, it's just the same. Binaboy. Alam mo na ibig sabihin niyan? Tayo mismo may ginawa ng ganyan. Babae sa babae kinasal, lalaki sa lalaki kinasal. Hindi mag-asawa na sex. Di ba masama yun? These are message na ayaw ng Diyos. Ginamit lang si Mr. Cruz. Because God, I don't know kung ano nakatwiran ni Mr. Cruz. But these are about morals. Morals ang pinag-uusapan dito kung art man yan or ano. Bahala na siya. May mga babae pa. Oh, siguro prostitution. Gano'n ibig sabihin. Pero para sa akin, these are the new challenge that we have faced, the new generation. The new challenge of our time. So what we have to do now, after these issues, these are concerns of morality, concerns of corruption, concerns of prostitution, concerns of peace and order, concerns of economy, concerns of the government. These are all about us, and this is about our future. So kung wala tayong gagawin more on no, and no tayo, look at this. I'm pinpointing my fingers on you. I'm blaming you. But the three are pinpointing on me, while the other one goes up to God. Meaning, isa lang ang kasalanan mo, tatlo ang akin. And to you, Mr. Cruz, sa susunod naman, in fairness to this public, Huwag ka naman basta-basta gumawa ng ganyan nang wala man lang consultation. Huwag ka mag-away-away ang pare at ang mga tao. So much for that. Thank you very much for the time.
Isang paalala lang, tumitigil kayo doon sa mga painting. Ingat lang po sa artworks. Ingatan po natin yung artworks. I think, as an artist participating in the exhibit would like to make a statement as well.
Ito nga po ako si Gwen Calubayan, isang artist. Art has a tendency to create images of reality. And when we speak of reality, it includes the ugly and the corrupt. So, maraming corruption sa society natin. Sa gobyerno, may mga corruption. Sa religious institution, may mga corruption. May mga taong corrupt. At punong-puno ng kakurapan. Bakit? Yun ang dapat habulin natin. Bakit maraming nakakalampas na corrupt? Bakit pwedeng mag-corrupt? Pero ang mag-create ng image ng corruption, bawal? Ayun. One point. At saka, isa pang gusto kong salitang, gusto kong mag-reflect sa salitang imposible or possible. Bakit parang halimbawa sa sa religion, possible makarating sa langit? Basta ipalo mo lang yung sinasabi ng Biblia, yung routine, magsimba ka, magdasal ka, posibleng makarating sa langit. Pero sa ngayon, ang magkaroon ng maayos na gobyerno, magkaroon ng healthcare, imposible. So bakit gano'n? Parang yun nga, imbis na ikastigo natin yung image ng corruption, yung mismong corruption, yung reality mismo ang ikastigo natin.
If you can kindly speak a little bit with more volume.
My name is James Simbo. I'm a lawyer. I'm 33 years old now. I want to say something about certain things na pinag-iisip dito about the first unang-una, no,